What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video, and in today's video is going over the best snipe filters to make MT fast. So if you guys want a lot of MT and want to make it fast, make sure you watch the whole entire video and watch all the filters and try out all the filters. If this video helps you out, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into the snipe filters. Okay, so the first filter that I got is what you want to do with the maximum bios. Put it around 550 and you just want to refresh. Pretty much everything is a snipe. Like, even if you get a gold, it's a snipe, but like it's not like the craziest thing. Like, some golds actually kind of go for a lot because they lock in for sets, but some golds only go for like 700. So, but like if you get anything like even like a sapphire, like maybe it'll go for a lot, maybe even an emerald or a gold. But every single thing that you get on this filter is profit. So if you guys don't really have a lot of MT at all, like if you guys don't really have anything at all and you need somewhere to start out to make a lot of MT, I would definitely start on this filter. It's kind of consistent, it's kind of iffy, it's not like the greatest thing that you could use, but sometimes you could see some crazy stuff. Like I bet you'll be able to see like a ruby or some sapphires on this filter. So definitely give this filter a try. Just be patient on it. I'd probably just like be careful on what you pick up, and you can make a lot of MC on this filter. Okay guys, so the next filter that I have is Ruby Lowest. Now this filter is crazy, man. So the lowest card, okay, so the lowest card is probably around like 1800. It's Tyrese Halliburton. So yeah, so what you could do is you could probably put around like 1400 and buy everything. I'll probably pass on the Halliburton unless if he's like very cheap, because he's not that big of a snipe right now. But you can see some crazy stuff. Like there's people who see like Damian Lillard's really cheap on this filter. But yeah, you could see some really crazy stuff. But if you could do this, you could put it a little higher, and then you could just kind of like skip over a Halliburton if you see him. So you could put him at like 1700, and then if there's like a Tyrese for 1700 that pops up, I would pass on him. So just like pay attention if you do this. Or what you could do is buy him, and then you could just go to enabled. So you could buy Tyrese Halliburton, and then you could just click enabled, and then you could raise the price a little bit above, like above where he's going, because the Tyrese Halliburtons will be gone. If he's in your collection, you press enable, he'll be gone. So you could put up the price a little bit. So you'll probably just put at like 2000, and then everything that you see is a snipe. But this is probably the most consistent filter, probably the easiest way to make MT right now. So the next filter I got is Amethyst Lowest. Now this is dang near my favorite filter. This is where I made most of my MT from. Now this might actually be a snipe. So the cheapest one is going for like 6500 right now, it looks like. See, we just got a snipe on. I'm pretty sure he's a snipe. I don't see anything else going for cheaper. The cheapest code is around 6500. So what you want to do is you want to put it around like 5500. So what you want to do is put it around 5500, or you could, yeah, that's what I would do. I just put around this price, and every single thing that you see is a snipe. Now, dude, you can see some crazy stuff on this filter. Like, I got 2 autographed Blake Griffins and 1 refresh when they were both going for like 30k. It's crazy, bro. You never know like what you can see. Like I got those both for 6000. Hey, who knows? Maybe you can see like a Ray Allen or like a Fred VanVleet or a Kawhi. Like you never know what you can see on this filter. Usually it's gonna be like little flips, but like those little flips add up over time, because sometimes they'll be for like 4000. You can make 3000 profit off of it. So I would definitely give this filter a chance. Like this is probably my favorite filter in the game to use. It's pretty consistent too. Like it'll probably only take you like 10 to 15 minutes to even see something. Like my first refresh, you got a snipe. But definitely give this filter a try if you want to make a lot of MT. This is probably one of the best filters in the game. Okay guys, so the next filter I have is you want to go to Amethyst, and then you want to put the theme at Flash. Now the cards that you can see on this is obviously Scottie Pippen, but you guys can also see Kawhi Leonard on this filter. You guys can also see Fred VanVleet, which is a pretty good snipe too. He still goes for like 30,000. So what you want to do is go to Amethyst, and then put the theme at Flash, and then you just want to put it to the lowest. So you're gonna see a lot of Scottie Pippens, and don't really expect to see a Kawhi or a Fred VanVleet like really fast. Like you're gonna have to be patient on this filter to even see one of those cards. So this filter is probably gonna be a lot of flipping Scottie Pippens. But the thing is, if you do get lucky enough to see a Fred VanVleet or Kawhi, you're making a lot of MC. If you get a Fred VanVleet, you're making like at least 20 to 30k profit, and then if you get a Kawhi, you're probably gonna make like 40k profit. So So the cheapest Scottie Pippen is around 10,000. So what I would do is I would put this around 8,500, and this is where I would sit on. So just kind of lower it by like 2,000, 1,500 ish. But you're gonna be seeing a lot of Scottie Pippens, like I said. But hey, just stay patient on this filter and see what you can snipe. Like maybe you'll get lucky and see a Fred VanVleet or a Kawhi, and that'd be crazy. Okay, guys. So another filter that I have is Diamond. And then what you want to do is go to the teams and put it on Lakers. Now, I'm not going to lie. This filter is going to be a little dry. But the two cards you can see on this filter is Shaq and Kobe. And if you don't see, I think both these cards are going for at least 200,000. Yeah, so this Kobe's probably going to end at like 250,000. The Shaq's probably going to like 250,000, 300K. So both of these cards are actually really crazy snipes. So what you want to do is just put a Diamond, Lakers, and then go to minimum buyout and put at 500, and you just keep refreshing until you see something. Now this filter is going to be extremely dry. I'm not going to sit here and lie. This filter is going to be extremely dry. But if you're feeling patient and lucky, try your luck. Definitely try this filter or pink diamond filter. I'll go over that later in the video. But bro, if you get a snipe on this filter, you're making a lot of MTs. It's definitely worth the wait if you can actually get something. But before you use this filter, make sure you have at least 100,000 MT, because I bet that's what most cards are going to go for. So I bet if you see like the Kobe or Shaq, that's what it's going to go for. It's not probably going to go any lower than at least 90K. But most of the time it's going to be set as a buyout at 100K. But definitely make sure you have at least 100K MT before using this filter, or else you're going to risk seeing a snipe and not being able to buy it because you don't have enough MT. So just use the budget filters and make your way up to 100K MT before you use this filter. Okay guys, so another filter that I have is Diamond Lowest. So what you want to do is just put the color at Diamond, and then you want to go to the maximum buyout, and I think the lowest diamond is probably around like 50,000. Okay guys, so the cheapest diamond is around 50,000. So what you could do is put it around like 47,000 for the maximum buyout, and then you just want to keep refreshing until you get something. Now the diamond filter is not really consistent at all, just like the Diamond Lakers filter. This one's going to be a lot more consistent than Diamond's Lakers though, because you could get like even like a Dwayne Wade, like a normal Dwayne Wade for cheap, and then you could sell them for like 80K, or you could get like a Dirk and reflip them. But or you could just get something insane. Like I got a signature Dwayne Wade for 60K, and he sold for 130K on this filter. But that's when the prices were a little bit higher, but everything kind of dropped. Definitely sit on this filter if you have enough MT. So I'll probably like wait until you have 100K MT too to use this filter, even on the maximum bouts at 47,000, because you could just be using so many other filters to get you to 100K besides the diamond filter like really fast, because this filter is going to be very dry. If I'm being honest with you, this filter is going to be very dry, and if you want to make MT fast and you don't have at least 100K, say like you got 50K, I would definitely just use the other budget filters until you get to like 100K and then sit on this filter, just because those ones are going to be able to get you to 100K faster. Alright guys, so the next filter I have is Lakers Enabled. So if you guys haven't seen this button, it's an enable button. It's the same button that I talked about earlier with the Ruby filter. So what you want to do is put your team as Lakers. Now let's go over some of the cards that we can see. So we can see Pink Diamond Kareem, we could see Pink Diamond Anthony Davis, we could see Shaq, and we could see Kobe on this filter. Now the thing is, you're gonna have to spend MT to use this filter, which kind of sucks. So what you want to do is you have to buy all the cards that aren't a buyout pretty much. So you have to buy this Talon, Horton Tucker, Wilt Chamberlain, Kurt Rambis, James Worthy, D'Lo, Jay West. So you have to buy Brian Scott, James Worthy. So you're gonna have to buy all the cards that is a buyout that you'll see like a lot to use this filter. So it's not even that much MT. So I would just go to the maximum buyout and then just get everything the cheapest that you can, and then you have to send all those cards to your collection. And then what you want to do is put the minimum buyout at 100,000 and the minimum bid at 500, and then you want to click enabled. So all these cards on the screen right now should be gone, and what you want to do is you have to set up a scroll. So you have to set cards. So you have to find cards that go before the this filter would work. Like I didn't have to enable it, but this would work right here. I'll have to enable this because if I don't, I'll see a lot of D-lows and AC greens. But if I do enable this, scroll works. So you could just put it lower than 100,000. You just want to get this the cheapest as you can, and you can get a scroll. So you want at least one card that is lower than 4 hours, and then you want at least one card that is higher than 4 hours. So if there was a snipe to pop up, it would most likely be between the Talonhorn and Tucker and this Derek Fisher, because most cards that get put up are put up for like 4 hours. So, but the thing is, if it gets posted for 12 hours, you'll just have to scroll 4 cards, which isn't even that bad. And then if it gets posted for 24 hours, you'll have to look for that, which would kind of suck because you'll most likely miss it because people hard scope. But that's all you have to do. But the thing is, you can buy all of these cards to make the scroll very short. So what I would do if I were you was I would just take out this Derek Fisher and this Talonhorn and Tucker and this Kyle Kuzma and Gail Goodrich, and then boom, you got a scroll for all the hours. So that's pretty much how enable filters work. And the thing is, you can see something crazy on enable filters. You can see 2 pink diamonds and 2 diamonds, and both of those cards go for an insane amount of MT. So but the enable filters usually aren't consistent at all. Like, these take hours to see snipes on. So if you guys have the patience to do it, I would do it. And if you guys have the MT to do it, make sure you do it. But you would probably want to calculate all the MT that it costs to buy the filter first, because you don't want to buy the whole entire filter and then not have at least 100k, because you definitely want at least 100k to use this filter, because that's what most cards are going to be for when you see them. Okay guys, and the last filter that I have is Pink Diamond Lois. Now you can see Anthony Davis, Vince Carter, and I think Kareem. I think those are the only pink diamonds that you'll be able to see, because those are the only pink diamonds in the game. So what you want to do is set the minimum balance to 500. So that means you'll see any single pink diamond card that gets posted for 100,000 and lower. So any of those cards will be a snipe, obviously, because all those cards are going for at least 200 or 300,000. So before you use this filter, you gotta obviously make sure you're at least 100,000 MT, because that's what most of the cards are gonna get posted for, is 100,000. But it could be weird, and you could see one that goes for like 90, 80,000. But make sure you're at 100,000, because you don't want to sit on the filter and see a snipe and not be able to buy it. Because if you see a pink diamond pop up and you're not able to buy it, oh, that's so tough, because you're probably not going to be able to see one for a while again. Now, this filter is going to take a while for you guys to see stuff on it, so you have to give this filter like hours. So if you have patience and you're bored, or you want to just like sit on like a snipe filter and see what you can get, this is probably the best one that you can make. Like, this is probably the one that you could use to make the most profit off of any card. But it's probably going to be the most inconsistent. Like, you'll make a little bit more MT off of the cards rather than the Diamond Lakers one. The thing is, the Diamond Lakers one, you'll probably see a Shaq and Kobe before you see a AD, Vince, and Kareem. But yeah, just stay patient on these filters, guys, and I promise you'll get a snipe eventually, and you'll make a lot of MT. If this video helped you out, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. See you next video.